So I should be live now. Looks good. So what is up? I'm gonna give it a second for people to come in, and I'm gonna start going over my bias. But today is the 9th of September. I'll be trading the Nasdaq like I always do. So we got market open in 15 seconds. See how that plays out. But I guess I'll just start going over my bias. So I see we have an SMT at Asia lows because I see that on ES we swept out Asia lows, but NQ never did. So I'll mark that out. So this SMT holds. I mean, my bias for the day, I definitely am bullish because of a couple of reasons. I'll go over that in 1 second. Just struggling to mark out this SMT. So there's the SMT. So, so why am I bullish? So start out on the daily, right? So we're in bullish order flow, I'd say. We inverted this daily gap, right, over here. And even though we did trace back down, and that gap was still inverted. On the 4 hour, I mean, we're respecting this 4 hour gap. We inversed this 4 hour gap. This is one of the main things that's making me bullish is see how we came up here? When this candle closed over here, we inverted this gap. So my main draw is this high up here. And we left previous day high kind of close to the high at my draw. So we have some like relative equal highs. They're not that close. But so these two highs up here, I think these are a pretty obvious draw for them to be ran to. And I see that so ES came down, swept Asia lows, but ES I'm sorry, no, ES swept Asia lows, NQ never did. That's a bullish SMT, right? We're even holding this gap, sweeping these lows inside a gap, right? There's just a lot of things lining up in my favor to say I'm bullish. But I just have to wait for an entry now because just because I'm bullish doesn't mean I'm going to start taking any entry I see. These equal highs we just formed, those are exact equal highs we just formed. So if we trade away from them, that's a pretty easy thing to target. But I don't think they're going to get left behind. Yeah, so pretty much I'm just gonna wait for a 5 or 15 minute gap to get formed, and I'm pretty much gonna base my trade off that. Because I don't see any gaps I can really take a trade off of. And we swept this during pre-market and put in this SMT and traded away from it, so I don't trade pre-market, so I kind of missed the entry there. But yeah. Is anyone in here yet? How's everyone's days going? So hopefully if we trade away from these equal highs and sweep some form of low, I might not be able to get an entry to those equal highs though. They're a really obvious draw in my opinion. I see we have LR on ES. Hmm. Pretty much just consolidating now. It is the day before CPI, so it doesn't make price action the best today. I'm sorry, tomorrow's PPI, not CPI. I think CPI is on Thursday. Let me check. I should know this off the top of my head. That's yeah. So tomorrow's PPI on Wednesday, and then on Thursday it's CPI. And in my experience, at least, the days before like news releases like that, like day before NFP, day before CPI, day before PPI, the price action usually isn't the cleanest. It's usually like saving the volatility for that big news release. So I mean, I'd be okay if NQ comes up and sweeps the equal highs that I would like to target. I mean, that's fine. At that point, I'll pretty much just start looking for a continuation up to like previous day high or this high up here. So I am still confident up to these two draws. Wow, this is some consolidation. Oh, there's no gaps whatsoever. And I mean, I'm not short bias, but like even if I was, if we were to like come down inverse some of these gaps down here, I think that'd be a horrible short because you're gonna put equal highs at your stop and they're swing equal highs. That's a pretty bad idea. Usually swing equal highs are usually a pretty strong draw. I'm surprised we didn't come up this week the equal highs, to be honest. I just wish there was a gap that we could tap into because at that point, the only way for us to really like sweep out a low inside a gap or like tap into a gap that I'd like to take an entry, we would have to sweep out this low that put in the SMT. But at that point, if we sweep out this low, it's like we might just come out here and take out Asia lows and get rid of this SMT. May, should I put the magnet emoji? Will that make it like go over there quicker? I forget where that even is. No, it's under here, I want to say. I don't even know how to find the magnet emoji, to be honest. Can I search? Oh, should I put the eye? No, I shouldn't. So I'm genuinely surprised we're trading away from these equal highs. I mean, I'll still target them. It's fine with me, but I mean, it's no news today, right? Yeah. No news Tuesday after no news Monday before PPI day. This makes you want to gamble. I think you should gamble. So I'm still bullish toward these equal highs. I'm still bullish toward previous day high. I'm still bullish toward this internal high on the 4 hour. I mean, I just got to see a good rejection out of a 5 or 15-minute gap, which I have not gotten yet. I could start looking for longs if we sweep out this low down here and hold this SMT though. That'd be pretty nice. I don't know if I'll get that, but if it happens, I'd like it. Because we do have an SMT at Asia. This 1 minute gap is so strong. Honestly, I think 10 a.m. is definitely going to determine how I'm looking at this. Because if we like 10 a.m. open, I want to see where we like manipulate to. Because obviously, like the 10 a.m. is the start of the 4 hour candle, and usually the way the candles form, they kind of manipulate. So, like if you're bullish, you'll get an open, low, high close. So you'll 10 a.m. candle open, the 10 a.m. 4 hour candle open, so it'll manipulate lower, and then it'll distribute bullish, and then at the end you might get some form of a retracement. Still holding this 1 hour gap over here. There's just stacked highs up here. Like there's another high over there. So I'm still bullish biased. I mean, nothing's changed. Ideally, want to see some lows get swept out though, so I can take a long off that. Hmm. Anyone watching, you guys take any trades today yet? I definitely have not taken any trades today yet. Hmm. Still just consolidating. We've had like no price, we had no movement for the first 15 minutes of open. Sounds about right. So I mean, I'm still bullish. I'm just bored. I need to get a good entry because I'm waiting for like a good entry, but I haven't seen anything yet. I guess I'll go over my bias one more time in case anyone didn't see it. So starting out on the daily, right? We're in bullish order flow, right? We're moving toward all-time highs, right? All-time highs are up here. We're close to all-time highs on NQ, and at ES, we're basically really close to all-time highs. It's like we hit all-time highs on Friday. Today's Tuesday. So like 3 days ago. So that's we swept previous day high, the high the day before that's all-time high, right? So usually when we're near all-time highs, it's just kind of we're bullish, right? I mean, obviously. So based on that, I can't just blindly be bullish, right? So I saw that this 4 hour gap down here got inverted. So once that gap gets inverted, I'm going to be bullish until either NQ or ES takes this most recent high. Neither of them have taken the most recent high, so that means I'm still bullish, right? Then we even came close to it on previous day, but we never actually hit it. So previous day high is relatively close to this high that I'm targeting. So they're relatively stacked highs. And there's even this other high that was put in during Asia session. I'm pretty sure that's the Asia high. I want to say, right? Yeah. So that's Asia high over there. So Asia high is close to previous day high. So again, we have stacked highs. So all these things going in my favor is like why I'm bullish, right? Because when you're taking a trade, you don't want like one reason to be bullish. You want multiple reasons, right? So I have all these stacked highs on the 4 hour. I'm bullish toward this high. On the 1 hour as well, this gap right here is being held because in the next 10 minutes, let's say if this 1 hour candle closes somewhere like down here, right? At that point, I would wait for this low down here to get swept out, Asia lows. But I doubt that's going to happen. Like this 1 hour candle is probably going to close, hold this gap. And if that gap is still holding, that means we've swept out this low rate, liquidity inside the gap. We're just going to continue higher. So The only thing is for me, I just need a good entry, and right here is consolidation, right? It's not good price action. I'm not going to risk my capital in something. It's not good price action. Just straight consolidation since market open. Absolutely nothing has happened. Nothing. Other than we've created equal highs at market open, which is on it. Honestly, the combination of this being market open and equal highs, I got to make sure on NQ. Are they equal highs in NQ as well? Oh, it got swept on NQ. That's one thing you always got to pay attention to when you're watching MNQ instead of NQ. So they're equal highs on MNQ, but not NQ. I got to keep that in mind. $9.30 wicks though are always good draws on liquidity. It's not as strong as like a data wick, for example, but like 9.30 wicks, I'd say they're pretty strong draws on liquidity. Interesting. That was a big move down quick. So hopefully, if we come out, sweep this low, and then hold the SMT with Asia low, I'm definitely gonna be looking for a long off that. Definitely. But seeing these lows swept out isn't enough. I need this low down here swept out. Hmm. So at this point, I'm pretty much just waiting for this internal low down here to get swept out, because I want to take a trade off that. I'd even take it if ES takes it first and we put it in SMT, but like that didn't happen. I honestly love taking trades with SMTs. Hmm. I'm still looking to see this low get swept. I really don't want to take a long until this low gets swept. You guys take any trades yet today? I definitely have not. I haven't seen anything I've liked at all, honestly. So I'm hoping to see this low get swept, right? And after we sweep this low, I want to see the S&T that's going on at Asia session right now hold. That's like my ideal scenario. Ugh. So I mean, I don't even care if NQ or ES takes the low. Either or, I'll take it. Still looking to see this low get swept. Once we do sweep this low, though, come on, just sweep it. Is it really not going to sweep this low? It's ridiculous. I guess, no, we didn't sweep that low either. Never mind. So, like, if you're bullish and you're taking this 30-second right here, that's a bad idea. So, if you trade inversions and you see this gap right here, I'd say this is a bad trade. And the reason for that would be you're putting your stop where there's relative equal lows, right? So like neither NQ or ES took out this low. So it's like, you really think we're going to leave behind these lows? It's possible we might. Is it high probability? No. Especially with 30 seconds, got to be careful. Sometimes I feel like there's 30 seconds and they'll like invert, so it'll give you your entry and just immediately just go the way you don't want it to. If there was an S&T, I'd like consider this 4-minute. But there's not an S&T. And I don't like the relative equal lows. I mean, like, for me to take a long, I'd have to see us break through the relative equal highs and then like retrace into a 5 or 15-minute gap and then get a rejection out of that. Because I'm not longing with relative equal lows right here. It would have been so much cleaner if we swept that low. This is some boring price action, let me tell you. Boring price action. Like, what have we done since open? Nothing. What type of range is this? Like, since open, we've been in a 56 point, well, 57 point range. That's crazy. You know, thanks for the tub. Thanks for the sub, Tyler Elo. You actually missed nothing. You missed nothing at all. Ugh. This actually. So we're in the 10 a.m. macro. If we can finally sweep out this low Is there a clean 30-second? Oh, that's not clean at all. If I can get an entry off this low, I'll try to take it. That's 10 a.m. open. So, oh, never mind. That's not a devil's mark. So a lot of times when, oh, ooh, can you, oh, can you leave me this 30 seconds so I can take this? Oh. So if this 30-second opens up and inverts, I'm gonna take this. Did we tap into this 15-minute gap? Oh, that's annoying. It'd be even cleaner if we can go a little further down and tap into the unfilled 15. I might have to wait for the unfilled 15, honestly. Because if I take this with the unfilled 15 blow and lose, I'm gonna be mad at myself. There is a pretty clear S&T though. I mean, so if I did take this, I'd do something like that. So the SMT at Asia low is no longer there. Unfilled 15. Is it gonna edge me? This is a tiny ass 2-minute. Okay, we hit the unfilled 15. That's exactly what I wanted to see. And if we start rejecting off of it immediately, that's also going to make me even more bullish. And I'll take whatever the highest time frame inversion here is if it starts displacing away. Yeah, so this is the exact reaction I want to see of here. See, we tapped into it almost perfectly. We might not even open up this 3-minute. I feel like the 3-minute looks cleaner if it were to open up. I'm either going to take the 2 or the 3, and the 3-minute might not even open. Dude, if this thing inverts, I'm going to take this. If this inverts the 2-minute, I'm going to take this. Right, because there's an SMT there, right? Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm going to take this if this inverts. Okay, so I'm in there.
Order filled. Order filled.
I could even be in for more contracts. I definitely could be in for more contracts.
Order filled.
Okay. So my stop's going at the low, which is when we tapped into this unfilled 15-minute
Order
gap.
submitted.
It's a great start. So I'll probably target. I'll target this high up here, honestly.
Order submitted.
So that's not a bad start to the candle at all, because we already had the manipulation down, and at this point we should start distributing higher. My break even point is going to be this internal high on NQ, and then when ES takes the most recent internal high, I'm going to take that. I'll go break even there. And I'm following, right, the 4-hour candle, because I was talking about the 4-hour candle, right? I wanted to see it open, manipulate lower, right? I got a manipulation lower. I'm riding. After this manipulation lower, I'm riding this move back up. I'm going to go break even once NQ takes the internal high. And I honestly, there's no reason I couldn't target up here, but I'm happy with what I'm going to get. There's no reason I couldn't target. There's even relative equal highs up here. Definitely seeing good displacement. And now at this point, I'm going to have this 1-minute fair value gap that should act as support. If that fails, I got this 1-minute order block right here, should act as support. I do think this is going to be fire, chat. So I'm up 500 almost here. And I am expecting this to be low of day right here. Like just because I'm selling up here, I'm getting ready to go break even right now. Yeah, I'm break even right there. So I'm just looking for it to flush through that high, hopefully. I'm gonna take half off because I'm at 1-to-1.
Order filled.
Okay. So there's half off. Just gotta adjust my limits. So now I'm holding the rest for that full TP at that high up there. Oh, we got a good displacement.
Order filled.
Bang. There we go. Order filled. Let me get some W's in the chat. Order filled. That's so great. W's in the chat. What is that? How much am I up? Let me check how much I'm up right now. Oh, wow. We're still displacing up. There's the next high I said you could target. I'm up $600 on 3 accounts. I appreciate the W's in the chat. Ugh.
Order canceled.
Ugh. I'm gonna record an Instagram story post real quick. Just took this on live. Wait, hit my microphone. Just took this on live on YouTube. Took this long off this 2-minute inverse. I was bullish toward these equal highs on the higher time frame. There's chat. W. Ugh. I want to see if it hits these relative equal highs. Ugh. So I'm gonna recap why I took that trade, right? So why did I say, like I remember in live time, I literally said when it hit this gap, if we reject immediately off of it, that's gonna be a very bullish sign, right? So why did I think that? So on the higher time frame, right? We're moving bullish, right? We have these on the 4-hour, I should say. This gap, right, got inverted, right? Once this gap gets inverted, that means I'm bullish toward the high. After that gets inverted, right, I see this 1-hour gap's getting respected right here. And then at the open, we have a manipulation lower, right? We sweep out all these lows over here, right? And we tap into this. It's a gap right down here. So then when we had this unfilled 15, we tapped into it almost to the tick, right? It's very bullish. Why does this look weird to me? Well, the unfilled 15 was down here. But I don't know why it's stuck to the wrong place. But right, so we barely tapped into it. That's the exact reaction you want to see. When you see a gap get tapped into, you don't want to see it like go halfway through it or like going through equilibrium pretty much. Mhm. And before, remember I was talking about taking your piece of the pie, right, and being happy with it? So I said I wanted to target this high, right? Now, theoretically, like it might not happen, but let's say, like I take this trade here, right? I don't sell up here. I don't take any partials, right? I'm going for these relative equal highs, right? You're going for over 2R. Then, let's say you sweep out this high, you put in the SMT, right? You start displacing back. You get stopped to break even. How much were you up? How much profit did you give up? Like, is that really a good idea? That's why when I saw I was up 1-to-1, I was like, maybe I should partial. Because Definitely possible we could retrace. I don't know what we're gonna do. Still haven't opened up any 5 or 15-minute gaps. And that right there is why I always love taking my small piece of the pie and walking away, right? Like the reason I even took that trade is because I was bullish toward these relative equal highs. But did I target them? No, I didn't. At this point, I might get stopped out of break even if I didn't take my profits there. So I'm happy. I'm happy with that trade. I mean, are there gonna be times where I could make a little bit more money? Yeah, definitely. Am I confident with what I'm getting right now? Definitely. You guys take any trades? Anyone in here? I just took one trade before. I might be done for the day at this point, to be honest. The trade I took before, though, I should probably leave it on the screen. I took this 2-minute inverse. And then I just held to this high up here. I think, yeah, I took a partial though, like 1-to-1. But yeah, I'm really satisfied with my exit, honestly. I honestly, in hindsight, maybe I should have set a limit where I partialed because I feel like my 1-to-1, I feel like it ended up getting filled somewhere over here, but it's whatever. So I partialed out half at 1-to-1. Partially out half at 1-to-1's a great thing to do, though. Honestly, I feel like people never want to do it and they want to hold their full TP. But it's like if you're up, like secure some profit, bro. Like there's so many times where you're up and I bet you lose it. Wow, this is some boring price action though. I feel like that was the only good move of the day. That was a clean setup. That really was clean though, honestly. Wow, this really is some boring price action. Let me tell you. Boring price action. I should probably leave my drawing up there. But I low key think it's crazy though how like since open though we've just been in this range. We're not doing much. Dude, I get so many calls from random numbers. This is so boring. I mean, I know the reason though. It's I said this multiple times, but like it's the day before PPI. I'm really not expecting too much. And on top of that, it's a no news Tuesday, right? So it's like we had no news Monday, no news Tuesday, and then we have PPI the following day. You know, this actually is my first live stream. I definitely did not pick the best day to have a first live stream with all that stuff, but once it hits 11, if I don't see anything I like, I'll call it. So I'll be here till 11. Here, I'm gonna check something real quick. I don't think we've opened a single 5 or 15-minute gap since market open, and that's actually kind of crazy to me. That's not kind of crazy. That is crazy. Ugh. If anyone joins and you want me to re-explain my trade that I took, by the way, just let me know. I'll explain it again. I guess my funded futures has a new promo. I guess, yeah, 25% off resets. It's only applicable to the core scale and pro plan. Those are the only plans they have. It says available until 9/14. So that's available till what? 9/14. That's next Sunday. Oh, so I'm so glad. This is why I take profit there. This right here is exactly why I take profit there. I would have been stopped to break even, right? That's honestly, I literally couldn't have played this much better. Like, if you want me to be telepathic and target these highs but not these highs, but like, is telepathic the right word, or what's knowing the future? Have a crystal ball? What's I'm drawing a blank here. What even is telepathy? Telepathy. Oh, that's thoughts. Well, directly communicating to someone with thoughts. But what's the word for knowing the future? Psychic. That's that's the word I'm looking for here. I'm not a psychic. You know, this is such a random thought. You know, psychics, they claim they're so good at telling the future. Why aren't psychics day traders? I never thought about that though. It's like if you're so good at predicting the future, why don't you day trade? I guess that's another reason why psychics might not be real. I never thought about that though. If you're a psychic though, you should be betting on like sports events. You should be day trading. You should be doing any form of gambling that allows you to have an edge. Oh, this is so boring. And honestly, if we're gonna come down and re-sweep this 15-minute gap, price action sucks. Price action sucks. You guys take any trades today? I'm so bored watching this. I was only able to catch a 2 minute inverse off this unfilled 15 minute. Such a boring day. You know, this right here, people always ask me though. They're like, "So why do you trade 1 to 1?" Like, you know, I mean, today I didn't trade 1 to 1. It was 1.5 to 1. But it's like this right here though. It's like if imagine how pissed I would be if I held to these equal highs up here, right? Imagine how mad I'd be. You'd be up 1.5 R, and then it comes back down and stops you out at break even. That in the end, it wouldn't even go your way. Just either break even or loss. Honestly, I'm kind of expecting like straight chop until tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. Producer price index. This is so boring. So surprisingly though, we're just placing through this. So it's like if we were bullish, we really wouldn't act like this, which confuses me. Because I mean, like that 15-minute gap is kind of like what else is gonna hold us? Like it's like we could come down and sweep out this low down here, but it's like it's kind of far away. So I'm temporarily bearish, I guess. when you see a candle like that though, you can't fight it. You really hear the expression, you can't catch a falling knife. Like if I'm trying to take longs here now, I'm kind of catching a falling knife. Like it's also like the speed. It's like it's a good time for him to show this. Like 5 minute. That's a great time for him to show this. It's like what is that? You're really gonna take a long off that? No, you're not. You're gonna get cooked if you do that. Like down here, like we displaced a little bit, right? We really didn't get much displacement. Like this is totally different than this. Like I would take a rejection off something like this. There's no shot I'm taking a rejection off something like this. It's like two different signatures in price pretty much. And you're watching the Apple event later today? I'm watching the Apple event later today. I think it's at 1 p.m. Got a couple hours until then. Wow. This is crazy. What even is this gap that I have marked out here? Oh, it's the 4-hour inverse of the inverted. So, I mean, interesting. Okay, let's get rid of that. So, I'm probably done trading, like taking longs and all that, but for me to just mark out stuff for you guys, me personally, if I was still trading, I wouldn't take any longs until at minimum this this low down here gets taken. And even after that low gets taken, it's not like I'm taking a 30-second. I might take a 1 minute, but I'd like to see like a higher time frame and gap, a higher time frame gap get inverted, because like you're kind of catching a falling knife. If you see like right, we consolidated, right, straight down. I'm not trying to catch a falling knife there. So I mean, coming into the session, I was bearish. I'm sorry, I was bullish. But now I'm not too confident in that because like look at this 1 hour candle. And the 4 hour, you don't want to fight against that 4 hour candle too. That's so true because the 4 hour candle had a manipulation higher. I guess we're distributing lower. So like I mean, it's very critical how we react off this internal low down here, right? Like if we sweep that low and we don't start getting any displacement off of it, I mean, the rest of the session's cooked. We're probably just gonna dump all day. I mean, I don't really know what PM session is gonna do. I usually typically don't even look at PM session like at all. So I'm not the expert on PM session. I might be the expert in AM session though. But yeah, so I mean for you to be bullish though, this sweeping this low and getting retracements like your last line defense. I mean I'm still waiting for something clean. Cause I mean what are you gonna trade here? I mean I already took this W on the day. And especially too, like once you take a win on the day, you gotta be really careful not to take more trades because I feel like it's one mistake people make a lot, where it's like they'll be up on the day and they're like, oh well, I could take this trade now, it looks good, but it's like, bro, you're up on the day, like we're trading a market that not many people make money in. Like take the money and walk away. Like, if you keep trading longer, the chances of you making money are definitely going to go downhill very quickly. Well, let's see. Did we open up a 5 minute? We did. I'm just curious about something.
Order filled.
This definitely is not the best trade, but I'm taking this on an eval right now, just targeting this unfilled gap. I definitely did not get the best entry though. So yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to scalp a 1-to-1. It's not even something I'm confident in. Just a little quick eval trade right here. Yeah, but honestly, I mean, I'm definitely not the most confident in this. Only because we've dumped so hard with no retracement and we haven't tapped into any gap yet. But yeah, this is probably gonna lose, to be honest. It's fine with me. Yeah, there it is. Bye. Maybe not. I mean, definitely not the cleanest trade whatsoever. Hmm. Yeah, this is probably failing. The main reason this is going to fail, though, and it's not going to retrace this gap is because there's an internal low down here. This needs to get swept first before we actually get some form of retracement.
Order filled.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, if we swept, like, that low down there and got the same setup again, that's a lot higher probability. We're just going to edge it. That's not what I want to see. I would like to see that low get swept. I mean, did we put in an SMT on ES? Probably. That low was already SMT'd, actually. But yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to take a trade with my stop right down there. I mean, now we're probably gonna get that retracement to that 5-minute gap. Yeah. I like how that eval trade I took, it just sweeps out my stop and then goes where I want it to. Isn't that cool? Yep. Sweeps out my stop and goes where I want it to. That's cool. Yeah, that's cool. It's whatever. I can just feel that there's just nothing to be going on till 11. You can just feel it. Pretty boring day. At this point, I think it's just best for me to call it for the day, honestly. I mean, because I took my win on the day, right? I mean, at this point, though, like, what am I going to do? Take a short off of this gap? No, I'm not. Take an inverse of this gap? No, I'm not. And, like, for us to create a gap now, right? This candle has to close. Another candle would have to. Yeah, honestly, I'm going to call it. There's nothing else for me to say, really. There's nothing else for me to take. There's no point in sitting here. But, I would say, does anyone have any questions on anything or any last things before I go? But there's no one in here. So yeah, but if you're watching the replay or anything, I appreciate you. Hope you enjoyed this. This is my first stream. Nice I caught a W on it. But yeah. Have a good rest of your day.